It's one of my favorite stories. So the Torah doesn't say why Hashem chose Moshe. It doesn't say, and I shared this story with Seth. He's on here, Seth Cott, but he's actually taking this to a whole other level in his speech. But so you'll have to hear the story again. But it's worth hearing again. So the Torah doesn't say why Moshe was chosen as our leader. It doesn't say. The sages offer a whole explanation to what happened. Why Hashem chose Moshe? Hashem could have chosen anybody. So it says one day Moshe started out as a shepherd. He was going around with his flock, with all of his sheep. He had many sheep. He was going around. And one day, one of his sheep escaped. He had a lot to look after. Nevertheless, he chased after the sheep because he was worried about every single sheep. And he found that sheep drinking from a pond, from a body of water. And he chased after, he ran after, he finally caught up with it. And the midrash says he started speaking to the sheep. If only I would have known you were thirsty. I would have taken care of you. I would have helped you. And then, after the sheep drank, it was so tired from running so far to get to this body of water, I had no more energy. So it says Moshe took the sheep, put it on his shoulders, and carried it all the way back to his flock. Hashem said, if you're able to take care of your flock like this, meaning I saw a lot of you have animals. If you're able to take care of your animals like this, your flock, you'll be able to take care of Am Yisrael, my flock. So that's the story. The story in itself is pretty cool, but I think there's three parts of the story that I love. Number one, Moshe didn't just take care of the whole group as a whole. He worried about every single one. So when one of them escaped, it bothered him. It bothered him. He cared about each one. That's number one. Number two, he spoke to it. Sometimes you have a leader who will care about everybody. He'll give you attention to every individual, but he or she doesn't get involved in your daily affairs. He asked it, how are you doing? I feel so bad. I didn't help you. If I would have known. He took interest in it. But it didn't stop there. And I think this is why Hashem chose Moshe as the leader. Because Moshe carried the sheep on his shoulder. Sometimes it's not enough just to reach out. It's not enough to make contact with your speech. We have to carry people on our shoulders sometimes when they need us to pick them up. So I think it's like something to really think about how to match your kindness to each person the way that they need to hear it. So that's like the takeaway of that story.